Okay, this is question number 6 for the January 2017 Common Core Algebra 1 Regents. And what we have here is a kind of an interesting question because our answer choices vary between functions that are given to us and graphs of functions. The question reads, which of the functions has zeros, -4, and 2? We need to define the term zeros here. The zeros are the values of x that make the function equal to 0. Now, since the function is our y value, that would mean that the y value equals 0, which on a graph would equal our x-intercepts. So the first thing that we would recommend here is to take a look at the two graphed functions that are given to us and see if they have intercepts of -4 and +2. Well, choice number 2 gives us an intercept of -2 and +4, so that's definitely not right. Choice number 4 here does give us intercepts of -4 and +2, so that is our answer. We don't really have to do any serious or strenuous work here. Now, if we want to verify that we have not made a mistake, we can actually factor and solve answer choices 1 and 3. So we can actually take a look here at answer choice 1 and say, okay, well, if the y value, that is the function, is 0, that means we're going to set our function equal to 0 and solve for x and see if we get -4 and 2. So if we factor this using sum product, or add multiply, we're looking for two numbers that multiply to -8 and add to +7. Those would, in fact, be +8 and -1. So we get x plus 8 and x minus 1 is equal to 0. And at this point, you should recognize that there's no way that we're going to get 4 and 2 here. This would provide an x of -8, and this would provide an x of 1 by virtue of setting each of these equal to 0. And then subtracting 8 here and adding 1 here. So that's definitely not going to be the correct answer. And if we look at 3, we could say the same thing here. 0 is x squared minus 7x minus 8, except this time our sum and product is going to yield results of -8 and +1. -8 plus 1 is -7. -8 times 1 is -8. So this would be x minus 8 and x plus 1. And again, by doing the same thing here and setting each individual factor equal to 0, we get x equals 8 and x equals -1. So there's no way it's 3 either, leaving us with an answer choice of 4. Naturally, you could also graph choices 1 and 3. But we think when the options are presented with a couple of graphs, we would always test those first and see how that works out. And clearly, in this case, it works out in our favor, and we're able to answer the question without doing any additional work.